You know, it's certainly a opportunity that we have every week to talk, and I'm hoping that one of these days you won't get to see me every week when things settle down a little bit. But we're slowly, as my friend John Brummett says, we are calibrating and synchronizing on a daily basis. And we're slowly going to open back up our city. You know, the restaurants are starting to open up, starting to feel a little bit of excitement around, and so I'm excited about that. Before I go any further, it was announced this week that Dr. Nate Smith, our Secretary of Health, is accepted a position with the CDC in Atlanta, and we're certainly going to miss him. I've counted on his leadership and advice over the past 2.5 months. He's a very wonderful man and very smart man, and the CDC, I'm not the only guy, I guess, that's impressed with Dr. Smith, so I want to wish him well. I know he'll do great. He'll be with us the rest of the summer, but in the fall he's going to go to Atlanta, and we certainly wish luck to Dr. Jose Romero, who the governor has appointed as the interim health secretary. So Dr. Romero, we look forward to your leadership also. You know, some of the things that have been closed that we're opening back up, this past week we opened up the old mill. We are going to meet next week and consider opening and talk about protocol for our senior center. We're going to meet about the possibilities of doing something sooner than August 1st at the Laman Library. Our ball fields are going to open up next week. Funland, we've decided to open it also, probably be the middle of June when we get it open. Our pools and splash pads are going to open up June the 5th. And City Hall and other city buildings are going to open up June the 1st. Now we're going to have some protocol on the social distancing requirements and things like that in our buildings. So follow the rules. Mask and social distancing, of course, are going to be strongly encouraged. Part of City Hall will be closed off. If you need to visit any part of the my administration, will need an appointment to get to the back part of City Hall or upstairs. City Clerk's office will be available through their teller windows to do your business license, pay your business permits and things like that. So we're slowly getting back to normal. Feel very comfortable. Our employees are feeling comfortable and able to serve you in person instead of over the phone or on the internet. So these are unusual times and calls for unusual measures, but I think working together we're going to make this thing work. You know, I told you the last couple of weeks we've been working on our Small Business Council, trying to figure out how we can help our small businesses get through this trying times. We've got a package put together. It's going to go on our website tomorrow. And last night at City Council meeting, our Business Development Director, Robert Birch, made a presentation to the City Council. And so right now I'm going to stop and we're going to replay that for you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you to the Council for taking the time to listen to this. As you know, about 3 weeks ago, the Mayor set up the opportunity for the Small Business Council to guide and direct some of our small businesses in some funding options and some guidance on how to get back to work. We have put together a very diverse and very powerful council that has come up with a lot of great solutions, along with our assistance from the North Little Rock Chamber. In that, we came up with the parameters for the COVID-19 Small Business Economic Support Fund, which is going to be geared towards small businesses from 1 to 20 employees. It is going to be designated for people that are licensed for business in the city of North Little Rock. And we have actually gone above and beyond the state recommendation of a 15% allocation to minorities, women-owned businesses, and disabled veterans. We're actually doing 20%. So we're actually going to hold 20% of that for those people in that area. And we've gotten, as I emailed out to all the council members, we've gotten a pretty good set of rules. A lot of it is developed by HUD, so those are ones we can't change. We did add in a few for the city just for to make sure that we are taking care of our citizens. And we are most likely going to be going live with the application on Friday. And but we will post the rules and all tomorrow to our city page and our Facebook page.
So what you're saying is that we're going to post the rules tomorrow, and then on Friday, we will have it on our website that people can go and find out how, when, and where to apply.
Correct.
Any questions of Robert? Ms. Ross?
You said 1 to 20 employees. Now, are nonprofits included in this when you say businesses?
No, according to HUD, that is one of the things that they, for this money, it is a HUD rule that nonprofits are not included.
Okay,
That
so,
is-
and then my next question is, I know with the, with the government, so many people in some of the previous money that's come out, the money was gone before most people even actually had a chance to apply. So how will we do this? Is it first come, first serve when it goes live Friday, or how will that be handled?
Well, this is designed to go towards the people that have not been able to get any funding. So one of the scoring measures is no participation in any other programs. So if you've gotten PPP or you've gotten the Arkansas State grants, then those will not be taken at this time. We're going to hold those applications because if we do end up having anything left over, we may be able to address some of those. But this is definitely for people that have not gotten any kind of assistance whatsoever. And it is going to be scored in that manner. It's going to be scored first by the minority, women-owned businesses and disabled veteran businesses. And then after that, we will look at the whether they've had assistance yet or not.
And so the $406,000, I know that includes some administration fee also. So basically, it's first come, first serve with these. And do they have to be in business in North Little Rock for 1 year? Is that correct?
2.
How many years?
2.
2 years. Okay, so in business for 2 years. Okay, and then as far as the funding, I know that there was some discussion as how do you, accountability. Will you release the funds all at one time at the initial application?
The plan is that I emailed out is that we're going to be able to disperse half of it, and then they can bring back the receipts that we need for HUD, and then we will disperse the second half. That is a judgment that the council can make on that. That's a city requirement. So, I will definitely take any advice from the council on that.
Okay. No, I strictly believe there's accountability and that, that things work. Now, these funds can only go for rent, utilities, and one other thing. What is that, payroll?
Rent, utility, payroll, and there's one included, the purchase of PPE equipment, because that is a strain on a lot of small businesses right now that are having to purchase some things that they've not had to use in the past, as far as masks, gloves, and some other of the smaller PPP items. But it's not for any ongoing projects. It's not for anything expanding their business. This is a gap policy, basically to hopefully get them through the summer, and once the economy gets back to work, that they'll be able to survive on their own. We've made the requirements, I think, very easy. I think we have made them very attainable as far as retaining the full-time positions. And I do definitely want to commend Melissa Irvin for the work that she's done on this. She has worked tirelessly on making sure that we're meeting the HUD requirements first and foremost, because that protects us as a city.
Ms. Robinson?
Robert, I heard you say the person or the business had to be in operation for 2 years. Is that a North Little Rock requirement or a HUD requirement?
That one is a North Little Rock requirement with the that was actually offered by HUD, and if you look at Little Rock, they're doing the same thing, and most of the other small cities are doing the same thing, that are rolling these funds out. Little Rock has put their applications out. They've actually closed their applications already, but they did a lot of the similar requirements that we're doing, because you want to have at least some history of the business there, and that was the HUD recommendation that they made to us. It was up to us, but that's what we decided to put forth for the draft for you to review.
Ms. Ross.
Thank you.
So you will check with Ms. Whitby's office then, so they should have had a business license for 2 years then. So that's the way that you'll check that?
I've already gotten the list.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, great job, Robert. Robert and Melissa Irvin on our staff have done a wonderful job putting this program together in 2 weeks. So kudos to them. I certainly do appreciate their professionalism and their hard work. So thank you, Robert and Melissa. You know, I want everyone to please, this isn't over. So let's continue doing the protocol. Continue using your mask, continue using social distancing, continue washing your hands. It's getting better, but it's not over. So let's keep playing by the rules and respect your fellow citizens as you go to your stores, your grocery stores or whatever. When you're in that kind of setting, wear your mask and stay socially distant. With that, we'll let you go and we will talk to you again next week. Thanks.